What's up, fellow traders? Monday's done and I'm pumped. Let's get this thing rolling over, man. We're here. I'm gonna grab the camera and show you what's transpired over the past couple weeks. The Bears are definitely winning right now, and this is the top. This is definitely the top. I want to go over why I do these videos real quick, and if you're a individual trader, I know you don't have a lot of friends that trade unless you happen to be in a circle of traders, you know, but people that work and trade, you know, like I don't know anybody around me that trades, and luckily I had a friend I met that showed me the light and how to, you know, work hard for your money when you're young and then take your money and have it work for you, you know, and I'm hoping these videos are shedding some light on people out there on trading, you know. Learn from me, learn from my mistakes. And I actually started making the videos for me too. You know, it's nice to go back and review what I said on certain days, what I was thinking, because, you know, with the pace of life, it seems to go by so fast you forget what your thoughts were a week ago. I'm confident though, you know, I'm not worried, you know, this fast trade's gonna turn out great. And I'm definitely getting impatient. I like how they're stringing it out longer. They're really, like, if I was trading to live right now, I couldn't be this patient. You know, going back to everybody's situation's different, and, you know, my business is rocking and rolling, and I can wait this one out and keep adding down near 4. Didn't shed any on this little uptick. Didn't need to pull any. You know, it's always nice to pull a rip and go have fun on the market. But why I do these videos is so we can learn from each other, and you can learn from me, you know, learn from my mistakes. I'm obviously not perfect, and, you know, probably wouldn't be doing these videos from my office if I was, you know. This fast trade, though, I'm going to convict. We're all going to kick back and see how this plays out, even if it takes till Christmas to play out. I'm going to keep doing these videos. I love reading the market. It's definitely the top. If you're buying right now, you're done. It's definitely going to get interesting, you know. I live in Northern California up here, and know a lot of people that aren't making their payments around me, and a lot's happened over the last couple weeks. You know, 2 weeks ago, I haven't made a payment in 8 months. Talked to them over the weekend. A few people today. You know, looks like they're being booted. You know, they're not happy. They put big chunks down on these houses. They're upside down on them. The banks aren't working with them. You know, this is straight from the heartland here. You know, that's why I love talking to everybody, and like I always do this, I take it all in and just let it run through my veins. And what I say on Stock Talk is just what I say and what comes out of me. And things are definitely changing here. There's another big wave coming. I keep saying that. It hasn't hit yet. That's okay. You know, as far as my fast position, you know, I'm in heavy. I'm 60% in on my portfolio. Under 5. Okay? Not worried. Check this out. Here we are on the Dow. You know, here's this channel. The traders have been trading. You know, it's clearly broken through. This is nice. This last top before we made a lower high and came down. You know, right as we're battling it, we got above it, rode it there, and now we're underneath it. And we dinked it today. No way are we going higher tomorrow. This is it. See how we came up and failed? We're kind of starting to make lower highs and lower lows. I would have loved to have seen us through this 8,200, but like I said, they're really stringing us along, and they're, you know, wearing on people's patience. Like, I would be a lot more in, out, in, out, in, out if I was living to trade right now. You know what I mean? Trading to live. Okay? Talking to other traders, and people are starting, you know what I mean? Their patience is wearing thin. Just like down here, when I was at parties, they were telling me, oh God, what's going to make the market go up? There's no more good news. It's down. I'm fearful of the big bleed. And now we're up here. Those same traders are saying, oh, what do you think's going to make it go down? It's here. That's why I try to think for myself, because you're the one that has to live with your decisions. And this line right here is going to be pretty tough to get through. I don't think there's going to be any follow through the rest of the week on today's little fluff rally. That was, I mean, just Pete-ski volume. It's amazing. You know, everybody's unemployment's running out. People are finally being booted out of their houses. You know, they keep them in their houses because they get green grass. They're still helping the economy because they're paying rent or utilities. They're paying, you know, their SMUD, electric, their phone. So it's kind of still helping the economy, because if they boot them, what do they get? You know, rodent-infested houses, dead lawns. So if the house dropped from 400 to 240 as soon as they boot their foreclosure, you know, out of the house, well, dude, you might as well take another 20-25% off. And see, that's why they're calling for another 15 to 20% drop, because you know what they're doing when they're booted out. I mean, these people put down big down payments back in the day. They're stripping the houses. You know, they're taking everything, heaters, ACs, ovens. I mean, I went and looked at a house with my buddy a couple weeks ago. I mean, just wires hanging out of all the walls, you know. $600,000 house 3 years ago, $380,000, and I mean, trashed inside. So I really think that's where they're getting this next leg down, where you're hearing them talk about another 15 to 20% drop in houses, because they know that once they really start clearing the foreclosure people out of their houses, it's going to get real ugly, because you're fighting some unhappy people that are going to, you know, trash the house on top of leave it empty for the lawns to get brown and the rats to move in. You feel me? That's why I'm not worried. Like I said, you can laugh all you want, but big gold bricks got to start flowing out of that poop chute for things to turn around from here. And that's why if they, you know, my belief, if they would have just let everything fail a year ago, a year and a half ago, we might have had a true turnaround. But everything's been floated. You know, now with all the unemployment running out, you see them on TV whining that they need more extensions. I don't know what to make of it, but if Faz gets down there for again, I will be loading on that. I still got my Valero and still got my Eagle. Good luck.